Hey, I'm a single ladies. I'm a single ladies. I'm a single ladies. I'm a single ladies. My Bluetooth speaker is somewhere. I have no idea where it is. I'll find it at some point. But hopefully that intro worked for you guys. How you guys doing out there? Hope you had a great, productive last week. And I hope that you were able to communicate to your realtor what you actually need in a home and where you want to stay, and took all the good factors into consideration, such as school district, lifestyle, commutes, and all that good stuff. How much space do you need? So by now, hopefully you've got a pretty good search set up and you are out there in those streets looking for a home. And by the way, if you follow me on IG at soldbyjuanita.com, that is where you can find me really out there realtoring in the world and showing homes, looking at homes, and just get a glance into what it's really like. And you will see it's nothing like HGTV. Most people, they watch the show and they think, oh, when I start looking for a home, my realtor will just show me 3 houses and I'll pick one. I wish, I've shown 3 houses before. I've shown up to 30 houses before. There is no magic number. There is no set time on how long it's going to take to find that actual home. So let's talk about timing just a little bit while we're out there in those streets looking. Remember, it can take up to 30 days to close on a home from the time we find the home, make an offer on the home, and so forth, and get to the closing table. That can be a full month. Could take more, depending. We're doing kind of a, with this series, we're just taking things, in a perfect world, that we just move through these steps from week to week. But in actuality, a lot can happen in between these steps, especially when we're out actually looking for the home and making offers and such. So whenever you're out looking for a home, keep in mind you want to take notes. That is absolutely a must, I think, because once you see so many, things will start to run together. You won't remember what property had what. After you look at, I've shown up to 10 homes to the same client in one day. So imagine how things can start going through your head and you get properties confused. So take notes and have a rating system for yourself. Whether it's a big X across the paper that, nope, that won't work. A 5-star system, ABC. You can rate the properties that you see some kind of way, but you want to have some type of rating system. Now, I'll be honest with you, in DFW, if we see something that we really think we want, we are probably going to make an offer on it that day, because right now we're in a market that moves fast. But and typically, you can see several homes in a day, and you just need to have some notes so that you can remember what you did like about a home, what you didn't like, or any questions that you might have that may get answered later. So keep your notes handy. Of course, when I'm showing, I always have my clients printouts of the homes that we're going to see, so it makes it easy for them to take notes, or just, like I say, the big X on what will work and what won't work. Another thing is, while you're out, if you want to make the most of your time, if you pull up to a house and you hate the neighborhood and it's a deal breaker, it is no problem to say, what? If you won't move there, no matter how fabulous the house is on the inside, keep going on that tour and mark that one out. And we as the realtor can call and cancel appointments and, make a courtesy call to the listing agent or the showing service and say, hey, we're not going to see this home. My client changed their mind, whatever the case. But you want to make the most of your time out there while you're actually out there in those streets. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is timing. Timing for when we find a home, it can take up to 30 days, sometimes more, but typically up to 30 days to close on that home. And a host of things can happen between that time period. Sometimes we may go under contract and come back out because of inspections, or we couldn't work something out. So most of my clients will start looking for a home at least I'd say 3 months before they know they have to be out of their current home. Because if they're in an apartment, especially here in DFW, most of our apartments they required. I'm so sorry. Gosh, I'm so sorry. But most of our apartments require a full 60-day notice. Or even if you're in a rental house, they require a 60-day notice. So a lot of my clients will start looking about 3 months before they have to be out of the current place that they're in. In my experience, we typically can find what we're looking for in that time period. But if we can't, they can continue to go month to month. If they, definitely let their landlord know and work that out. Some of my clients will move in with their parents or friends during that time, so they don't have to worry about a lease at all. So it just all depends on your life, and how it's set up. But remember to keep in mind where you're at, and that you're going to have to give notice, and that typically it could take up to a month to even find a home, and another month to close the home. So keep looking out there. You're doing wonderful, single ladies. I'm so proud of you. You've come so far, and you're almost home. So keep watching, and remember, these steps are by week, but that is, not really the real estate transaction. Just doesn't step week by week by week. So don't worry about that. This is just to kind of show you in a nutshell the process. And if you follow me on IG at Sold by Juanita, in my story, you can see the real world examples of me showing clients properties and looking at properties and all sorts of adventures in real estate. So keep the hunt up, single ladies. And next week, we're going to talk about what happens after we find a house and we're ready to make an offer here in DFW. So proud of you guys. Keep going. You got this. You will be a homeowner before you know it. Okay? I'm going to go take some Benadryl, guys. Have a great one, and see you next week. Okay?